Welcome to Raider Talks. I am your host, Art Navarrete, here alongside Nick Ibarra. And before we get started, hit that subscribe button down below for Raider content all season long. We are here following a huge 38-20 win over the Texans. The Raiders, came out pretty slow in the first half, but second half came out looking like a very good football team. Nick, how'd you feel about that win?
Yeah, no, it was a very good win. Like most of these games to start the season, tale of two halves. Struggled the first half moving the ball. You had one good drive, a touchdown. You couldn't finish the first drive, which ended in a field goal. Couldn't stop the run at all. They were kind of doing what they want. Davis Mills looked like a Pro Bowl quarterback against us that first quarter, that first half. Really tightened it up and played lights out. And I think the 4 touchdowns that we scored were all in a row. Divas played good in the second half, and I think that's the way Raider football should be played, how we played in the second half. That was beautiful. We win by 18. This is the kind of game that I wanted, and it's just a good day overall.
Yeah, we look very good today. Let's start with the first half a little bit. First half, we come out slow. We drove a couple times, had to settle for some field goals, but the defense, they look pretty bad in the first half, running all over us. And then when not running, they had open man all over the field. And I would say that has to do with Nate Hobbs being out a little bit. Yeah. Because I haven't seen guys open by 10 to 15 yards all season long from our secondary, even when, the D-line doesn't get home that fast. But today I saw a bunch of guys open within like 10 yards, just open, wide open. And maybe that's the factor of Hobbs not being in this football game.
Yeah, you miss Hobbs big today. And I was thinking about that after and going into half. Like, man, everybody's just wide open. No one around. Or, you're giving up a whole bunch of space, giving up a whole bunch of yards. Hobbs is missed, and you saw that today. Just the first half, they basically did what they wanted with us.
Yeah, offense also, I feel like they weren't moving the ball that good. Play calls were kind of, questionable. Yeah. But then, it turned around right at the end of the second half. We get a huge touchdown.
That was
a
beautiful drive.
A great throw. Beautiful drive. Great throw from Derek Carr to step up in the pocket and hit Mac Hollins. Mac Hollins made a beautiful grab also. And that started the rally for the Raiders. And that got us going into the second half. And then we just never looked back since.
Yeah. We never really looked back. Carr threw it to Hollins right where only Hollins can go get it. He went up, got it. And it's a tie ball game, 10-10, and that was the momentum that we needed to go into the second half. No matter what we did in that first half, I just loved the way we came out and said, "This is our game. This is how we want it." And played our style of football in that second half.
Like I said, third and fourth quarter absolutely dominated. I thought Derek Carr had a very good game. I think he's progressing week by week. He's starting to become more comfortable in the pocket for the first time I've seen him since maybe even 2016. Yeah. He's sticking in there. He's staying in there as long as possible. As long as possible. His pocket presence is getting a little bit better than it was from the beginning of the season. And I like the progression I see from Derek Carr right now.
Yeah, and you know what? You kind of saw it early a little bit too. He might be in there too long a little bit. Took a couple sacks early, and then the one where he kind of got hurt, got the little stinger. He's in there, and I think now you're seeing that he's not afraid to take a hit. He's going to try to get the yards. He's going to try to get the play.
Because you can see on the field that extra split second is giving us so many more opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
And those are the little things that maybe we look at and we say, man, if you hold the ball just a tad longer, maybe more opportunities come up, and more opportunities are coming up, and it's just everything's developing better.
And I think now you're seeing when Carr does throw out of bounds or throws it away or whatever, you look and like really no one's open. So it's like, why are you throwing it away when so and so is wide open here, or you could have ran for a first down over here or whatever, but he's taking that extra time to do what he's got to do, and if it's not there, then he makes a smart play and throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, like I said, the first half of play calling, I did not like it. I thought like there was some opportunities where we could have, went for a larger gain, and we just settled. And in the second half, it looked like we didn't do that at all. We just stepped on the gas pedal and just kept on going. And, a lot of that has to do with Josh Jacobs. Man, this man is He's going off. He is going off. He looks like the best running back in the NFL.
Yeah, he's the way he's running, and it's it's the same thing these past 2-3 weeks. He's running violently. He's running with a purpose. He's getting that extra yards. He's making people miss. He's juking people. His yards after contact has to be way up, because he's getting hit, fighting that, and then going off for even more. This man is just great. He ran for 143 yards a day, 3 touchdowns. He's these last 3 weeks, it's like career high, almost career high, and he's right around that 150 mark these last 3 weeks, and what he's doing is unbelievable.
Yeah, whether Josh Jacobs right now, whether he has holes, whether he doesn't, he's still finding a way to finding a way to get yards, and especially yards after contact.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been pretty good. I mean, even the backfield, even catching the ball a little bit, Josh Jacobs is doing good. So, I mean, he's playing great football right now. I think he's the best running back in the NFL from my eyes, from what I'm seeing. I know we got some guys up in front of him, Nick Chubb, and someone else is in front of him.
Yeah.
But Josh Jacobs is running like an animal right now, running like a beast. Now let's go on to Devontae Adams. I mean, Devontae Adams, week by week, also with Derek Carr, he's getting better and better and better.
Getting more comfortable. I think that's the big thing.
And he looked really good today. I mean, he's just getting open whenever he wants, it seems like.
He's getting open. Carr was finding him early, trying to get Carr into a rhythm, trying to get him into a rhythm, this whole offense and basically into a rhythm. And, it worked. What he was doing was great. Has some really big catches. And I think there was a catch or two where he could have got stopped, made a move, and went for 2 or 3 more. Or, he could have, I think that one where we went for the first down and, he came up a yard short, but it could have been 4th and 4, 4th and 3, 4th and 4. Instead of it was 4th and 2, 4th and 1.
And then we got the jump off sides.
Then they jumped off sides, and that's a credit to him, fighting for the extra yards and wanting that. And, these past games, they focus on Devontae, and Devontae's pissed, throwing his helmet. We all know what happened in Kansas City, just all these. And, after that pick, they zoomed into him, smile on his face. He's cheering, he's high-fiving everybody. After this bye, this is the kind of game that we needed, momentum going forward, and I think everybody's hella happy right now, and let's go on a run.
How huge was it for us to get a significant win in this football game?
Yeah, I think it's huge. And I think what we said is, against a struggling team, we don't want to win by 1 or 2. We don't want Daniel Carlson going out for a 55-yard field goal and us winning like that. We wanted to sit there, step on their throat, and, first half, it was ugly. We still stayed in the ball game because I think they played really well and played better than us in the first half. Second half, we ran away with it. We scored, including the one to end the half, scored 4 straight touchdowns and really never looked back. Defense tightened up, and that's what you like. And, I know the game-sealing pick was even a big one, too. You look at the score, 38-20. Your offense finally scored 30 points, and, defense scored, put up a 7 again, and that 38-20 looks really good.
Yeah,
against anybody. I know this is one of the struggling what's called, but 38-20, just that score looks good against anybody.
Let's talk about the Raider defense a little bit. Max Crosby, animal like always, disruptive. Even when he doesn't get his sacks, he's still, in the quarterback's face all the time, getting the pressures. When they run the ball, he's all over the running
patting down balls.
Yeah, patting down balls towards the end of the game and critical moments. I mean, Max Crosby had a hell of a game. It doesn't show on the stat sheet with the sacks, but he had a hell of a game again.
Yeah, and all the you even heard the announcers. Hey, well, let's focus on him now that it's going to be a passing. They're going to pass. Max is just going to get out to the quarterback. Let's see what they do. It was close a couple times. I think he had a couple QB hits. I know I saw him hit him at least once, but just patting down on balls and just tackling and just doing what he does. That boy's crazy.
Yeah, Cleve Farrell and Chandler Jones combined for a sack today, so that was good to see them get in the mix a little bit. I hated the flag on Farrell in that game, though. They gave him an extra 15 yards right there on that punt. But, Yeah, Farrell starting to play good, starting to become a factor more than he was last year and the year before that. And then Chandler Jones looks like he's getting better, taking baby steps.
Yeah.
But he's getting better and better. We're starting to see him on the field, starting to see him make a little bit more plays than the first 3 games of the season.
Yeah, and it's good that you're starting to see him get better and better and better. And even, don't even look at his stat sheet, just what he's doing a little bit. And that looks really good. And, that line is tightened up a little bit and looks good. I think we just need some more sacks, and it can't come just from Crosby. Everybody else has got to step up and get into the quarterback's space, but we got the job done today, and I think that's all that matters.
Let's go on to a couple other defenders. Guy that we pointed out today, Blake Martinez. I mean, he was around the ball all day long. I think Denzel Perryman, he was not a big factor in this game. Didn't see him a lot for good reason or bad reason. We don't know. But Blake Martinez, we got to watch the film, but Blake Martinez was around the ball all the time, and he was flying around the field, and he looked really good.
He made an impact early.
Very good impact.
Tackling really good, and, Denzel Perryman had 2 tackles for losses. That's kind of weird, but Blake Martinez, sat there, and I think he feels comfortable in this Patrick Graham defense. He's been in it before, and we gave him a chance, and he played early, played good, and he really got some tackles good.
Yeah, Perryman plays solid also, but I liked what I saw from Blake Martinez. I like that we have depth on the linebacker position. Jayon Brown did not suit up today, so that shows the depth we have with Diablo also. Masterson, we got a lot of players at the linebacker position. A linebacker position for the Raiders that, in the past, we've struggled in getting good linebackers, so I'm glad that we have good depth at the linebacker position. Deron Harmon had a huge pick 6, sealed the game, put us up 18, gave us that significant win that we wanted.
Yeah, and I think that was just good. All his eyes was just on Mills, and he read it perfectly clean. And and what he did after the ball, just finding the end zone, was unbelievable. And that's just the one that right when he did it, you're like, okay, this game's ours. And it put a smile on all of our faces with how these weeks have been. And finally, we can put the hammer on somebody and really close the game out like the way we did. It was really good.
Yeah, it was a great day. Big win. That was a fun one. That was a fun one to watch as a Raider fan. When's the last time we watched a Raider game in the last 4 minutes we get to relax and chill and know we won?
Exactly, right? That's kind of... Yeah, that's kind of weird that, usually with 5 minutes left to go, we're praying for a big stop and then for defense to go out, for DC to go out there and, do his magic. This one, it was good to see Jacobs just run. You're up 11. Yeah, you're up 11 now, and then a couple plays later, Harmon goes, picks it off. You're up 18 with a couple minutes left, and the game's over. It's just good. Good little relaxing second half. I can get used to this.
Yeah, I love what we got cooking on the offense side of the ball with Jacobs throwing the way he is. Yeah. With the passing game getting better and better
Renfro
every
looked
week.
Good today.
Renfro looked
good catches today.
I think, Renfro hasn't looked good all year long, I would say. Today he looked pretty good. Looked like the Renfro of old a little bit. Devontae obviously looked great. Yeah. Mac Hollins, I mean, he's an animal too. Yeah. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
So I really like what this team.
Yeah, this
team is going.
You just hope that this is the coming together point. Yeah. That this is the clicking point of everything, and we got a big stretch of games. We're 1-0 so far. We said this big 6-game stretch was going to make or break our season. We're 1-0 so far. And we're creeping closer to that 500 mark. I know it was only one game, but we're 2-4. We're not in last place no more. Denver just lost. And this is just a good week to be a Raider fan. As we're talking, Chargers are losing too. I think the Chiefs are winning, but we're just gaining a little bit of ground in our division and in just the AFC in general. And but I think before we end the show, this is a big week too because the trade deadline is next Monday. Yeah, and I think the moves and stuff will be made this week. And let's see who we ship off, who we get. For this stretch going forward.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Man, it feels good to get that win. I mean, for 2 weeks we had that Chief loss on our mind. That one was hurting for a little bit, but now we got this huge win. This was such a big game we're playing in. Even though we're playing the Texans, people were saying we're supposed to win. I'm glad we just got the win. Yeah, got a significant win.
Yeah.
Now we can relax. Now we can wait for the Saints game. That's a huge one. Every game feels like a playoff game from now on.
Yeah, every game, and I think just trying to get back to that 500 mark, trying to get back into it going into December. Every game's gonna feel like a big game. Every game's gonna feel like a must win, and I'm just glad that we did it. And we overcame, playing poorly in the first half, and we came out firing and played really good. And that's what you kind of want to see, just some fire, some urgency, and you saw that today.
38-20, must need a win for the Raiders, and they get it. We'll see you guys next time, and go Raiders.
Go Raiders.